So, guys, last week we covered the box office for the 50th anniversary re-release of my favorite film of all time, Jaws. That's right, the Steven Spielberg classic starring Robert Shaw, Richard Dreyfuss, Lorraine Gary, and the amazing Roy Scheider. Yes, Roy Scheider, not Roy Schneider, not Rob Schneider, Roy Scheider. So good, so damn good. This is pretty cool. Last week we followed the news, or we caught up on the box office news. It had gotten about $10 million through last week, through Labor Day weekend and everything like that. And you can see here, this is over on Box Office Mojo. Guys, worldwide, Jaws has grossed about $14.35 million so far. And I checked at least the AMC listings because I'm an AMC A-list member. So I went through my app and it looks like it's going to play here in some capacity in the Phoenix area until the 17th of September. So God, this is incredible. I mean, it looks like, let's see here. You can see right there on the screen, it says the budget was $7 million. So I'm guessing $7 million is just what it costs to do the marketing and everything like that. And maybe there's a certain amount of fees for getting it into the theaters. I would imagine there's something like that. You know, the theaters are going to take their cut. I don't know if part of the $7 million is considered that. But it looks like this is going to be a successful re-release of Jaws, which is great and really great news for people that don't want to see the movie get remade, because Universal can just keep on making money. They can put it out every 5 to 10 years if they want to. And well, maybe not every 5 years, maybe about every 10 years or so, and make a little money. I'm guessing here, just based on the projection that we're seeing, you know, it is diminishing returns this week. Here we can take a look at the box office through yesterday, September 7th. And yeah, there's a little bit of a drop off there in the amount that it's bringing in, but right now it's at just under 14.4 worldwide. So I would imagine that Jaws, when all's said and done on this run within the next 10 days or so, I'm guessing it'll be somewhere around like 16 to 18 million worldwide, something like that, which is great news. Great news for my favorite movie of all time. And not only that, I caught it last night in 3D at my most local AMC, which is about 20 minutes away. And guys, I was the only person in the theater. It was amazing. It was so cool. I just, reclined the seat back. I could just laugh and do whatever I wanted in the theater, And the 3D, so I didn't get to see it in like 4DX or anything like that. I don't even know if that's available in my area. Some people commented on the video I did just this last week covering the box office, and they said the 4DX was amazing because you sit in these seats that like vibrate and shake and all sorts of stuff, which has got to be incredible. But the 3D was really, really cool. It always takes me a few minutes to get used to the 3D when I put those glasses on. Once I was used to it, for the most part, it was just a great experience seeing more depth in the film, especially in the last act of the movie when they're on the Orca. And, there's all sorts of like either ropes or cables or, pieces of the ship that are, in the foreground in front of the actors. It really brought some depth there. But I tell you what, guys, all of the in-water scenes, whether it's the shark's perspective or even when Richard Dreyfuss as Matt Hooper dives into the water to check out Ben Gardner's boat, all the little like particles and stuff floating around in the water was really cool. There was a ton of depth there. And man, the shots where the camera is like kind of half in the water and bobbing up and down, that really felt like you were in the water. That was pretty damn awesome. And it was really cool to have that experience and not have anyone bugging me with their popcorn eating or chomping on nachos or anything like that. So I had a great time. I'm curious to know if you guys, whether you're in the live chat or if you're watching after the fact, I'm curious to know if you caught Jaws on the 50th anniversary re-release. And if you did, was it IMAX? Was it just the standard version? Did you catch it in 3D? Or were you one of the lucky few that got to see the 4DX version of the film, which I believe is 3D, and then you get to sit in that cool captain's chair that shakes you all about? So just curious to know what your experience is there with Jaws. Give me all your thoughts on the film. I'm very, very, just interested in knowing what you guys think. And if this is something that you were contributed to here, this 14.35 million so far, let me know in the live chat. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content, and make sure that you got that notification bell hit, because we're going to be covering horror news pretty much nonstop, at least once a week here. If something big drops in the middle of the week, I will hop on and cover it as well. So make sure you got that notification bell hit and you won't miss a thing.